The French croissant, a symbol of French culture and culinary excellence. It is a thing of beauty, buttery, flaky, and golden brown. Each layer tells a story of craftsmanship and tradition. It is the perfect breakfast pastry. Paired with a cup of coffee, it transforms a simple morning into a luxurious experience. Imagine this. You bite into a warm croissant. The crispy layers shatter, releasing a burst of buttery aroma. The rich butter flavor fills your mouth. It's a moment of pure bliss, a sensory delight that lingers. It is a truly delightful experience. Sharing croissants with friends at a cafe, it becomes a social ritual, a way to connect and enjoy life. But making croissants takes time, a lot of time. It's a labor of love that requires patience and precision. Traditional recipes require hours of work. From mixing the dough to the final bake, each step is crucial. You need to proof the dough. This allows the yeast to work its magic, creating the perfect texture. You need to laminate the butter. This involves folding and rolling the dough multiple times to create those signature layers, and you need to bake them to perfection. The right temperature and timing are essential to achieve that golden brown crust. But what if you don't have hours to spare? In today's fast-paced world, time is a luxury many cannot afford. What if you want a croissant right now? The craving for that buttery, flaky goodness can be overwhelming. The idea of an 8-minute croissant is tempting. Could it be possible? Can we really achieve such a feat without compromising on quality? Can we achieve the same delicious results in a fraction of the time? This question challenges the very essence of traditional baking. In this essay, we will explore this intriguing question. We will look at innovative techniques and shortcuts that promise to deliver quick croissants. We will delve into the world of croissant making, both traditional and modern. Join us on this delicious journey to discover if the 8-minute croissant is a dream or a reality. To understand the challenge of an 8-minute croissant, we must delve into the intricacies of its creation. We must first appreciate the traditional method, a process that has been perfected over centuries in the heart of France. Making a true French croissant is an art form, a delicate balance of technique and timing. It requires patience, precision, and a deep understanding of the ingredients. Each step is crucial and must be executed with care. The process begins with a simple dough of flour, water, yeast, and salt. These basic ingredients are the foundation of the croissant. This dough is then layered with cold butter. This is called lamination, a technique that involves folding and rolling the dough multiple times. Lamination is what gives croissants their signature flaky texture. Each layer of butter creates a delicate, crispy crust. The dough is rolled out and folded multiple times. This repetitive process is essential to build the layers that will puff up during baking. Each fold creates a new layer of butter and dough. This process is crucial. It takes time and precision to ensure each layer is perfect, but the results are worth it. The perfectly laminated dough will yield croissants that are light, airy, and incredibly flaky. Once the dough is properly laminated, it is time to shape the croissants. This step requires skill and precision. The dough is cut into triangles. Each triangle must be uniform to ensure even baking. Each triangle is then rolled into the classic crescent shape. This iconic form is what gives the croissant its name. The croissants are then left to proof. Proofing allows the dough to rise and develop its final texture. Proofing is a crucial step. It allows the yeast to ferment and create air bubbles in the dough, which will expand during baking. It allows the yeast to ferment and create air bubbles in the dough. These bubbles are what give croissants their light and airy texture. This gives croissants their light and airy texture. The final product is a testament to the baker's skill and patience. Finally, the croissants are baked until they are golden brown and flaky. The aroma of freshly baked croissants fills the air, signaling that they are ready to be enjoyed. The traditional method of making croissants is indeed time-consuming. It's a labor of love that requires patience and precision. But in today's fast-paced world, there are faster techniques that promise to deliver similar results. Some innovative bakers have developed methods to streamline the process without compromising too much on quality. These methods often involve simplifying the lamination process or using quicker proofing techniques to save time. One such technique is to use a food processor to make the dough, which can significantly cut down on preparation time. By using a food processor, the dough can be mixed and kneaded in a fraction of the time it would take by hand. Another time-saving technique is to use a rolling pin to laminate the butter into the dough, rather than folding it by hand. This method can also help to achieve the desired layers more quickly and efficiently. Some bakers also use a technique called cold proofing, which involves letting the dough rise in the refrigerator overnight. This allows the yeast to ferment more slowly, resulting in a more flavorful croissant with less hands-on time. The slow fermentation process enhances the flavor and texture of the croissant, making it a worthwhile step even in a faster method. These faster techniques can certainly reduce the overall baking time, making it more feasible for busy schedules. But the question remains, can these methods produce a true French croissant in just 8 minutes? While these techniques are promising, achieving the perfect croissant in such a short time is still a challenge. Only time will tell if these methods can truly match the traditional approach. Section 4. The 8-minute croissant challenge. Can it be done? The idea of an 8-minute croissant is intriguing, but is it really possible? To find out, we need to break down the process. The dough needs to be mixed, kneaded, and laminated. This alone takes time. Then, the croissants need to be shaped and proofed. Finally, they need to be baked. Even if we could speed up every step, it's hard to imagine achieving a perfect croissant in just 8 minutes. However, there are recipes and methods out there that claim to do just that. These recipes often use shortcuts, such as using pre-made puff pastry or skipping the lamination process altogether. While these methods may produce something that resembles a croissant, it is unlikely to have the same taste and texture as a traditionally made one. Section 5. Comparing the results. Traditional versus quick croissants. When comparing a traditional croissant to one made using a faster method, the differences are noticeable. A traditional croissant has a delicate, flaky texture. The layers are well defined and separate easily. The flavor is rich and buttery. A croissant made using a faster method may not have the same delicate texture. The layers may be less defined, and the flavor may not be as rich. However, this does not mean that croissants made using faster methods are not delicious. They can still be a tasty and satisfying treat, especially when you are short on time. Section 6. The verdict. Is a true 8-minute croissant possible? So, can you make a truly authentic French croissant in just 8 minutes? The answer, in short, is no. It is simply not enough time to allow the dough to develop the necessary gluten structure and for the lamination process to create the signature flaky layers. While faster methods and shortcuts can certainly reduce the overall baking time, they cannot replicate the complex processes that give traditional croissants their unique qualities. However, this does not mean that we should give up on the dream